This woman can predict the future. 2018, Tesla was burning through billions. Elon Musk was tweeting wildly, sleeping on the floor, and barely holding it together. Wall Street smelled blood. The media wrote the eulogy. But in the chaos, one woman made a move that stunned the financial world. She didn't just buy Tesla stock, she bet everything. They called her crazy. But they didn't see what she saw. This is Cathie Wood, the misfit founder of ARK Invest. The woman who rescued Tesla and now predicts a future shaped by AI, robotic automation, and bold vision. This isn't about stocks. It's about risk, faith, and rewriting the future. Cathie Wood's story doesn't begin in Wall Street or Silicon Valley. It begins in Los Angeles, 1955. Born to Irish immigrants, Cathie was raised in a household where discipline, faith, and independence were not just values, they were survival tools. Her father was a radar systems engineer for the US Air Force. The Cold War era taught Cathie something simple but powerful: technology decides the future. As a child, she questioned everything. While her friends played outside, Cathie read. At 13, she could explain inflation. At 15, she was tracking gold prices and watching the Fed. Years later, she would study economics at University of Southern California, under the legendary Art Laffer. Yes, the father of supply-side economics. Laffer once said, Cathie didn't just understand theory. She had instinct. You could throw an idea at her, and she'd spin it into a 10-year projection in seconds. In the male-dominated finance world of the 1980s, instinct wasn't enough. She'd have to prove herself again, and again, and again. Cathie Wood began her career in 1977 at Capital Group, one of the largest investment firms in the world. She started as an assistant economist. It was grunt work. But Cathie loved it. She didn't just analyze markets, she lived inside them. Then she moved to Jennison Associates, where she spent 18 years climbing through the ranks. She managed portfolios, analyzed telecoms, studied emerging markets, and became known for taking calculated risks. One of her early wins? Betting on tech when others still doubted the internet. But something kept bothering her. The traditional investment world moved too slow. It was still stuck in backward-looking models, in sectors and buckets and benchmarks. It didn't account for innovation speed. So Cathie left. She joined AllianceBernstein in 2001, where she ran thematic portfolios. Even then, she felt boxed in. She wanted to bet big on disruptive innovation, DNA editing, AI, electric vehicles, 3D printing. The firm told her she was crazy. Too risky, they said. Cathie walked out. In 2014, with barely enough funding, she launched ARK Invest, named after the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, a biblical reference. Because to her, this wasn't just finance. It was faith. She was defying convention. ARK Invest's early years were rough. Investors laughed at her vision. Fund managers called her reckless. CNBC hosts sneered at her belief in Bitcoin and Tesla. How can a firm survive investing in companies that aren't profitable? That was the question everyone asked. What they didn't know was that Cathie had done the work. ARK didn't just invest. It researched relentlessly. They built open-source models. They held weekly brainstorms called brainstorms, where analysts debated ideas in public. They didn't care about what a company had done. They cared about what it could become. AI, blockchain, autonomous vehicles, DNA sequencing. Cathie was building a portfolio of tomorrow's giants while everyone else was stuck in yesterday's titans. And then came 2018. Tesla was in free fall. He admitted in an emotional New York Times interview that 2018 was the most difficult year of his life. The Model 3 production lines were failing. The company was burning cash. Analysts from Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan slashed price targets. Short sellers piled in. Tesla stock hovered under $200. It was a bloodbath. Then, like a thunderbolt, Cathie Wood made her move. ARK released a note: Tesla should be worth $4,000 per share by 2023. The media laughed. Bloomberg ran skeptical pieces. CNBC ridiculed her. But she wasn't guessing. Her models projected exponential improvements in battery costs, autonomy, and production efficiency. She saw Tesla not as a car company but as a technology and energy platform. She bought more shares. When Elon Musk got wind of her price target, he thought it was a typo. He even tweeted her to confirm. She confirmed it. Publicly. Then just like that, Tesla recovered. Production ramped. Margins grew. Short sellers were wiped out. By 2021, Tesla stock surged past $4,000, post-split adjusted. Cathie was no longer a laughingstock. She was a legend. So what made ARK different? Meet Brett Winton, Director of Research. Brett built ARK's research methodology, grounded in a first principles approach. He rejected industry boundaries. Under his leadership, ARK didn't use static models. It built dynamic frameworks, adjusting in real time as innovation evolved. Their process involved technologists, engineers, and scientists advising on breakthroughs. Open research, publishing data to the public, welcoming critique. Thematic analysts focus not on sectors, but themes like next-gen internet or genomic revolution. Every investment had a thesis. Every thesis had a time horizon. This wasn't speculation. It was strategic foresight. Let's not paint Cathie as infallible. By late 2021 and 2022, her funds took a beating. Rising interest rates crushed growth stocks. ARK's flagship fund dropped over 60%. The media that once praised her turned on her. Commentators called her a one-hit wonder. Memes went viral mocking her predictions. But Cathie didn't flinch. She doubled down again on Roku, Teladoc, Zoom, Coinbase, and yes, Tesla. Innovation takes time, she said. We invest for 5 years, not 5 months. In 2023 and 2024, ARK began to rebound. Cathie's long game was back in motion. Now, in 2025, Cathie Wood is making her boldest bet yet. Not cars. Not Bitcoin. Not CRISPR. Robots. Tesla's Optimus project, the humanoid robot Elon Musk quietly unveiled, is, in her view, the future of labor. ARK projects that AI-powered humanoid robots could add $1 trillion to global GDP every year by 2035. Cathie believes that Optimus will replace repetitive labor. Tesla's manufacturing data will give it a head start. The cost curve for robots will mimic the one for batteries. While the world debates ChatGPT and AI content, she's looking at physical robots with brains. And she's not alone. ARK is quietly acquiring stakes in robotics firms. She's inviting ex-Boston Dynamics engineers to ARK brainstorms. She's funding white papers on AGI hardware integration. She's building the infrastructure of the machine age. So who is Cathie Wood, really? She's not your typical Wall Street tycoon. She's deeply religious. She ends interviews by thanking God. Her firm plays Christian music in the office. She's soft-spoken, often underestimated. But beneath the calm is a mind that never stops calculating, never stops imagining, never stops believing. Elon Musk himself once said, "Cathie understands innovation better than almost anyone I've met." She's not here to beat the market. She's here to define it. Was Cathie Wood lucky, or is she just always one step ahead? Drop a comment. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's hidden disruptors. Who should we uncover next? The future belongs to the bold. Are you ready for it? Drop a yes in the comments.